Hey everybody, welcome on in to Sports Live in the 215. Today we'll discuss the Eagles matchup with the Cowboys on Sunday at 1 o'clock. I know Eagles fans are very disheartened over their 36-33 loss at the hands of the Washington Commanders and rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels. Um, one last thing I will say about that game is Jaden Daniels is for real. There's a reason he's the front runner for offensive rookie of the year, and he's going to be a problem that we're going to have to contend with for years to come. That's for sure. And I'm excited. The battles between he and Jalen Hurts are going to be a lot of fun to watch. But um, Jalen won one and Kenny won. Kenny. Jalen won one and Jaden won one. So let's see how the tiebreaker goes if they meet in the playoffs. Hopefully it goes to the Eagles, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's discuss this Eagles Cowboys game. There's plenty of controversy regarding who will start at quarterback for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol as of yesterday. So time will tell if he's able to clear concussion protocol by Sunday. However, he is listed as doubtful. The good news for the Eagles is if he does not play, Kenny Pickett will have a full week to work with the starting offense, and hopefully the New Jersey product can deliver a division clinching win for his hometown team against the hated Dallas Cowboys. Wouldn't that be something if Kenny Pickett can come up with a big win for the Eagles, big win for his hometown team against their most hated rival to clinch the division. That's the stuff movies are made out of, and he'll be remembered forever if he does that. If that's the only game he starts this year, and if he balls, then that's he'll be remembered forever in the city of Philadelphia. And I mean, balling in this offense um, means it doesn't necessarily mean putting the team on your back. It just means distributing the ball to AJ, Devontae, Dallas, and Saquon, and kind of letting the rest take care of itself. Working, getting in and out of the huddle quickly, getting 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 the plays in, keeping that Dallas pass rush on their toes. Maybe look for the Eagles to try a little bit of the K-gun offense for maybe a drive or two. I mean, they will be wearing the Kelly Green helmets and the jerseys, so that would make sense that they would have a similar offense at least for the first at least for a few drives, not the first couple drives, but a few drives. Um, just something to kind of keep in your back pocket as like a tendency breaker, because like you don't see many teams start the game with no huddle. So that could be a strategy they could employ. So be on the lookout for that. And good news for the Eagles on the injury front is CeeDee Lamb will be out out this week and next week with a with a shoulder injury. I'm not sure if it's a torn rotator cuff or what, but or like a torn labrum or whatever it is. But all I all I know is that his shoulder's been bothering him for the last couple months. So the Eagles will be fortunate to miss him, and he just has not been the same player this year as he's been in years past, and the Eagles will have to contend with a 100% CeeDee Lamb next season when they play. But for right now, we don't have to worry about him. So that's good news. Micah Parsons obviously made some comments. He was like, I don't care that like the Eagles have everything in front of them. So they're thinking about the number 1 seed. They're thinking about the division. They're thinking about home field. We're just thinking about whipping their ass. And my word of advice to Micah is keep that same energy, because the last time we played, we put 34 on your defense. You did nothing in that game. Nothing. I mean, you might have gotten a garbage time sack, but that's what the Cowboys are. They're just average stat padders. And yeah. So for Michael Parsons to talk is really funny when his team's 7-8. Relax, bro. Like you need to relax. And your organization has not won a Super Bowl since 1996, or it was the 95-96 season. So no no wonder everyone else in the country says Penn State alumni are insufferable. We we get a taste of that twice a year with Michael Parsons. Although Saquon Barkley is also a Penn State alum, so they're not all bad, but most of them, yeah. One one thing to keep an eye on is AJ Brown's status. He was, I believe, listed as questionable for this game against the Cowboys. Um, so the offense is already down. Your starting quarterback. You're gonna need AJ to be available, at least for Kenny Pickett, even if he is a decoy a lot of the time. Having just his presence on the field would be huge for the offense, especially when you have a backup quarterback. Um, backup, especially when you have a backup quarterback. I just think that the defense needs to continue to um, force turnovers and play sticky coverage. I think this team has a different makeup than last year's team. Last year's team, like it had already started going bad. I don't think they'll allow. I don't think this year's team will allow one bad game to really snowball. And hopefully the defense can build off their 5 turnover performance. Hopefully CJ Gardner-Johnson doesn't get ejected this time, but I'm still not even sure what he did or what he said or what that was. And the rules analysts on TV, the former officials will always stick up for their friends. They'll never view a call objectively and say, yeah, that was a bad call. Or if they do, it's a very rare occurrence. But yeah, I thought I think all the rules analysts, except for maybe Dean Blandino, are really really bad. Um, yeah, I mean that just goes with officiating in all sports, I guess, and that's really unfortunate because you expect NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB officiating slash umpiring to be the best of the best. Always, maybe not perfect, but consistent. And referees in all leagues are really anything but, and it's really sad. I mean, you get paid to officiate at the highest level, and a large or a good portion of you, maybe not a large portion of you, are really really bad at your job, and that's just unfortunate. And um, but it's what we as sports fans need to deal with, and we got to keep it moving. Um, what else? What else? What else? Um, oh, Saquon Barkley needs to average 134 yards over the next 2 games to break Eric Dickerson's 40-year-old rushing record of 2,105 yards. If you have a record that spans 4 decades, you're doing something right. I mean, no wonder the guy is a Hall of Famer. And if Saquon does break the record, that would be huge toward him building his Hall of Fame case. He has just been an absolute revelation. Um, Again, like I'm running out of superlatives to describe how good that guy is, and it's just really really special when you watch a player like that, like your Bryce Harper's, your Matt Vay Mitchkovs, your Saquon Barkley, your AJ Brown, your Jalen Hurts, um, Eric Lindros in his prime. You get the picture. Just these guys that can take over a game anytime they're pitched to, or like the ball is in their hands or the puck's on their stick, or the lacrosse ball is kind of in their stick in the Philadelphia Wings case. But yeah, he's just such a dominant player, such a um unbelievable talent. I can't believe the Giants just gave him away. Like, we didn't even have to trade for him. They just gave him away. They just let him walk. They said, we're gonna let you test the market. Worse yet, they caught it on off season Hard Knocks. That's why the Giants are a laughing stock of an organization. You know, one of the YouTubers I watch, I um I'll mention his name. Urinating Tree has a word for organizations like that or people like that. Lolcow. Like, they just you, you just want to like laugh at them, and we're certainly laughing at the Giants. That was the perfect Christmas present in April, that's for sure. And Saquon Barkley, at least for year one, is living up to the bill. Now, do I expect him to contend to break the rushing record every season? No, of course not. But I expect him to be one of the most dominant players in football, which he has been this year, and it's been a sight to behold, and I'm super excited. Um, also, um, I think one more thing, and then I'll get out of here. Um, Jalen Carter really needs to like keep his head on straight. I believe the kid can be the second coming of Jerome Brown, and Jordan Davis can be the second coming of maybe Clyde Simmons or Mike Pitts or whoever the other defensive tackle was. But in the 91 defense, probably Mike Pitts. Mike Pitts. Um, yeah, as long as he keeps his head on straight and Jordan Davis keeps stuffing the run, then I believe we have the two best the best pair of defensive tackles in the NFL. Like the Jalen Carter might get all the individual love and hype, but both of them together, Jalen Carter as a pass rusher and Jordan Davis as your run stopping defensive tackle are, I believe, the most feared pair in all of the National Football League, and it's just a really exciting time to be able to watch these two young defensive tackles grow, as well as Nakobe Dean, Keely Ringo, and all those Georgia Bulldogs, Nolan Smith, as well. So, it's going to be fun over the next 10 to 15 years with not just the Georgia Bulldogs, but the two rookie corners, your one outside corner, and Quinyon Mitchell, or Guantanamo Bay, as everyone in Philly calls him, or Cooper DeJean, who I believe is making a claim to be the best slot corner maybe in Eagles history. I don't think I can name a better slot or a better slot corner than Cooper DeJean. I'm really hoping the secondary next year is Quinyon, Keely, and Cooper DeJean in the slot. That would be quite a fearsome trio, that's for sure. Opposing quarterbacks beware. The nickname for that secondary would probably be the no-fly zone. I know they had a rough game on Sunday against the Commanders, but look for them to bounce back, especially since we won't be seeing CeeDee Lamb. And since CeeDee usually lines up in the slot, that should mean an easier matchup for Cooper DeJean, even though I believe when he was in the slot, Coop might have shut him down. In fact, I'm pretty sure he did. But it should be an easier matchup for the rookie out of Iowa. So we'll see how it all shakes out, and we'll see kind of how everything shakes out with the quarterback situation. I'll probably do my Eagles and Cowboys quick hits episode on Sunday. So be on or I'll probably do it tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that, because after my dad takes the girls home, takes my sisters home, we'll my brother Tommy, his girlfriend Jordan, and I will all head into Philly. So I'll probably get my Eagles and Cowboys quick hits video done tomorrow, and beyond that, all I'll say is there are going to be some exciting things around the corner. So please be on the lookout for that. And as always, go Birds.